This video is brought to you by SpongeBob.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about financial prepping and also respond to a very common argument, which is you can't eat silver. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, such as the 3 new 3/9's fine, 4/9's fine, and 90% t-shirts and hoodies available in black, white, gray, red, blue, and pink. And of course the DYDSS military tee, which is actually helping us raise funds and awareness for Military with PTSD Inc., a non-profit actively working to help improve the lives of our veterans. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And do not forget, everybody gets 10% off. Use promo code MEMORIAL20 for your discount. Sale ends this weekend. But today I wanted to talk about and respond to a very common argument, which is you can't eat silver. This is a very common, very frequent argument that people like to make, and I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to go into as much detail as I possibly can regarding this subject. Now, the sentence, the statement, the argument is you can't eat silver. Contrary to popular belief, within the whole stacking world, this is true. You cannot eat your silver. Well, I guess you probably could try, but I would not recommend it, but you can't eat your silver. Can't eat your gold, you can't eat your coins, your rounds, your bars. Your silver, your precious metals, they are not for eating. You cannot eat them. This is an argument made by people who are prepping, or claim to be prepping at least. It seems like they're spending a little bit more time worrying about what everybody else is doing rather than focusing on their preps. But this is a common argument, and I have a couple different ways of combating it. Number one, you can't eat dollars either. So, boom. Already invalid. But the focal point of their argument, I would assume, is that when it comes to your silver, if you were to barter and trade, you might not be able to exchange your silver for food, because some people might not want the silver, especially the overwhelming majority of human beings who have no idea what silver and gold even are, what they're worth, what they're used for, or have even the slightest inkling of the importance and value of precious metals. Here's the thing. Now, you can call me crazy if you want, but when it comes to food, that's what I stack food for. See, I try to go about stacking mentality, aligning it with prepping mentality. I'm neither one way or the other. I try to go both ways. And the reason for this is because I understand the importance of overall preparation. I understand the significance and how vital it is to be as prepared as you could possibly be. Now, there's a lot of different ways of prepping. There are a variety of different ways you can go about financial prepping. Obviously, I have the coins, some 90%. I have some bars sitting in front of me, a tube of Silver Eagles. I have some silver sitting here in front of me. But there's more to financial prepping than just the silver. There's more to financial prepping than just money. And there's more to financial prepping than just currency. First and foremost, I think one of the greatest and most powerful ways of financial prepping is stocking up on and stacking the things that you know you're probably going to need if push comes to shove. Stack and prep those things little by little by little. Now, a little bit this week, a little bit more next week, and then the following week, and then the following week, and sooner or later, let's just say 2 or 3 or 4 years go by, and now all of a sudden you really need those things, you already have them. So I think one of the most important ways of financial prepping is by stocking up on the things that you are eventually going to need to spend money on anyway. Why would you wait until it's too late? We saw this just about a month and a half ago, people were getting into fist fights over toilet paper. Now, why is that? It's because they should have been stocking up on toilet paper every week or every month or a couple times a year, going to one of those wholesale clubs and getting one of those giant packages of toilet paper, paper towels, other things as well. Why would you wait until there's a crisis? Why would you wait until there's a pandemic? Why would you wait until there's a national emergency to go run to the store and stock up on the things that you need to use, that you need to have? Things for an absolute fact you cannot live without them. You cannot function without them. The food, the water, other supplies, tools, equipment. The products that you know for a fact are going to come in handy. Why not pick up one or two extra every single time you go to the store year round? That way, if there's an emergency, you have everything stocked up already. And if there's a shortage, or if your income gets taken away or reduced, whether it be from a global health crisis or whether it be from just simply getting laid off from work, financial hardships is what I'm talking about. And financial hardships is what I've been prepping and stacking for the last almost 2.5 years. I've been saying it since the very beginning. I'm not stacking silver because I think that any crazy, horrible, disastrous catastrophe is on its way. I genuinely, truly, honestly, wholeheartedly do not believe in this whole doomsday mentality. I know a lot of people watch that show. Please remember, it's a show, it's exaggerated, it's embellished, and the most extreme of the extreme is showcased for entertainment purposes. That is not reality, that is not logic. Those are not people who are prepping. Those are people who, I'm not a professional, but I would assume that they have a problem if they are that scared and that paranoid. And there's a lot of people on the internet with this mentality as well. I don't mean to disrespect or discredit anyone in particular, hence why I'm not going to say anyone's name, but I always use this one example. I've seen a video from a relatively popular channel, and he was making a video talking about how he's preparing for the next ice age. Is that realistic? Is that logical? Is that a sane thing to do? I'm not a professional, but I would assume probably not. There's sensible prepping, there's logical prepping, there's prepping for things that are either very, very likely to happen or you know for a fact are going to happen. For example, if you live in Florida, are you going to prep for tornadoes? Probably not. It'd be pretty smart to prep for a hurricane, though. If you live somewhere where there's a lot of earthquakes, or if you're living in Canada, you might be prepping for this. If you're living in Utah, you might be prepping for that. If you live here in New Jersey like I am, the main thing prepping for over here is storm damage from hurricanes or blizzards. That's the main number one thing I'm prepping for when it comes to natural disasters, at least. Obviously, you got to prepare for potential break-ins, you got to prepare for the power going out, you got to prepare for a house flood, a house fire. There's a lot of different things to prep for, and one of the main things that I'm prepping for and that I've been prepping for over 2 years at this point is financial hardships. I've been saying it for over 2 years. I've been saying, regardless of what that means, some people believe that the US dollar is going to collapse and all these doomsday, terrible, horrible things are going to happen. I do not align with that way of thinking. If that's what you think, that's what you think. I can't change your mind, but that's not what I'm stacking for, and that's not what I'm prepping for. That's a little bit more extreme. I'm a little bit more subtle when it comes to my reasons for prepping, at least. It's mostly just for potentially getting laid off of work, or if I were to get injured on the job. I do work a relatively dangerous job, so if I were to get hurt on the job and all of a sudden now I'm unable to perform the tasks required for my position, number one, that would probably be a pretty hefty medical expense, and two, I probably wouldn't be employed at that point. So I would have my income reduced or taken away and my expenses going up because of the medical bills. So I try to look at it from that perspective, and that's what I'm stacking for. That's what I'm prepping for. I spend my currency on the things that I know for an absolute fact I'm going to need if my income were to ever be taken away. That's why every single week when I go to the store, I pick up a little bit extra food and I store it away. I put it in the closet, put it in the pantry. Some canned goods, some boxed goods, stuff with a pretty long shelf life, and then I rotate them. Not only the food, the water as well. Now you could waste a ton of space by getting those massive containers of water, the big cases, the 24 packs, or I'm sure they come in even bigger packs than that, or the gallon jugs of water. It takes up a lot of space, it's heavy, you can't really carry it with you with that much ease, which is why I recommend and have been using for over a year at this point a water purification system. I've talked about the Berkey before. I did multiple review videos on that. Go check out that video or those videos if you want more details on the Berkey, but a water purification unit on top of the food. The money as well. Sitting here in front of me, I have some money and I have a little bit of currency. Financial prepping. This right here is a tool. This isn't money, this is a tool. I've made videos about this as well and how useful of a tool it can be. I got the money sitting here in front of me. I wouldn't like to refer to it as an emergency fund because I would first need to liquidate. However, I sleep pretty well at night knowing that my silver is there for me. I'm taking care of my money. That way one day, if I absolutely need it, my money can take care of me. So little by little, I stack the same way that I prep. Every now and then, I'll pick up a couple ounces of silver. Little by little by little. Slow progress is better than no progress. That's something that I learned a very long time ago. And I always realized that even if you're only able to stack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ounces of silver at a time, even if it's 1 or 2 ounces of silver a month, by the time a year goes by, you'll have 10 to 20 ounces of silver. In the grand scheme of things, is that a lot of money? Absolutely not. But guess what? It's far more than the average person has. Everyone has different incomes. Everyone has different expenses. You might see the guy living in a really nice big house. He drives a brand new car. He's got 4 or 5 kids. And you might think, oh my God, he has so much money. He has such a high income level. He's such a high income earner. He might technically be living paycheck to paycheck. All of those expenses and depreciating assets and liabilities might run him dry at the end of the month. And then if you compare him to the guy who's living in a studio apartment and he's driving a 13-year-old car, he doesn't have any kids, he's not married, he might be a millionaire for all you know. He might live so far below his means, it's not even fathomable. So everyone has a different story, everyone has a different lifestyle, everyone has different incomes, different expenses, different everything. And not only that, everyone has different beliefs and everyone has different mentalities, everyone has different fears, even though I'm not a big believer in making decisions out of fear because that would be an emotional decision. I try to push people to make logical decisions, especially when it comes to stacking and prepping. Are you stacking the silver because you're afraid the dollar bill is going to collapse? Are you putting more dollars into silver than you're even financially comfortable with just because you're afraid of missing out on spot price exploding finally? Are you prepping because you think the end of the world is going to come? Are you prepping just for financial hardships? Are you prepping because you know your area is prone to hurricanes or forest fires or flooding or earthquakes or tornadoes or something else? There's logical ways of going about combating these issues, and there are emotional ways of going about combating issues that are probably never even going to happen. So, in conclusion, you can't eat silver, but we're not stacking silver to eat it. We're stacking and prepping the food to eat that. This right here, these are not snacks. If you want to eat a bar, go get yourself a candy bar or a protein bar. Silver bar, it ain't gonna do the trick. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 1,000 subscribers, so help me out. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, such as the 3 new products, the 3 9s fine, 4 9s fine, and 90% t-shirt and hoodie, available in black, white, gray, red, blue, and pink. Got a ton of other products as well, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the DYDSS military tee, available in 4 different colors, and it's actually helping us raise funds and awareness for Military with PTSD Inc., a non-profit organization actively working to help improve the lives of our veterans. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. Do not forget, everybody gets a 10% discount. Use promo code MEMORIAL20. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything that I shared in today's video? Obviously, yeah, you can't eat silver. Obviously, that's a very big, common, frequent argument, but in my opinion, it's a flawed argument, and it's completely invalid because I can't name a single person who is stacking silver to eat it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.